Alright, we keep taking power hits over here, but that ruined my previous video. I'm gonna do a real quick video. We're gonna go about 5 minutes, just so that I have my accountability. Ah! And then we're gonna move on. Alright. One thing I need to do is a speech bubbles. Let's do that. I'm going bolder with this line because he's yelling it out. We're gonna go ahead and drop white in there. So you can see Senator gets his arm blasted off with a disintegrator. And I'm not sure I'm entirely happy about my outlines here. The other thing I noticed about this panel, let's drop the pencils out for a second, is it's a very boring panel. There's not a lot going on here. So we can fix that a little bit. First of all, let's drop our white in here. Are we on the wrong? I was on the wrong. All right, now we got it. So I can see that the two white things there are the two white bubbles. I don't think I smooth these transitions out very well. So let's go ahead and give it another shot. There we go. But when you have a situation like this, let's get back to the ink layer. Where you've got a boring panel, you've got a couple of choices. You got focus lines, that's one choice. Or you can do the background, or you can do a color. Now I don't have this is a black and white comic, so we're pretty limited on if we're able to do color. And we can do a tone or something. But I think we're better off probably just go ahead and draw in the background. Our power doesn't go out again. I was supposed to do a tutorial of how to do the zine fold. But I sent a link directly to that person who needed it. And it's just a single piece of paper. You fold it in half. You fold it in half again and in half again. Then you open it up and you fold it this way and you cut it right down the middle, but not all the way. And what you end up is this booklet that you can just flip like a booklet. And that'll be your zine, and it's got 8 pages, front and back. I'm looking at look at this guy's thigh. That's looking incorrect here. Whoops, that's way too thick. Come on back, Thunder Thighs. There we go. Why did I have it up that high? Well, I'm trying to draw the shadows of this wall. And then this is the doorway. Or the little area that the cyborg guy stepped out in front of. Now, to be fair, we could probably make maybe our foreground guy bigger, and that would take up more space inside the the panel. But you'll never lose a bet by giving the readers more information vice less information. Sure, it would mean you would have to draw less, and it would cover up any potential other weaknesses in your in your composition if you do giant figure, right up front. But that's not always the best solution. I have a story, anyways, because there's I think it's kind of semi-famous bit of Todd McFarlane inking something on video. He's kind of messing it up, and he goes, when in doubt, black it out, and he just blacks it out. And I made that joke in front of Gio Valletta, and he's like, no, do not do that. And then he apologized to me because like he'd come off too harsh or something. I'm like, no, I need to hear stuff like that. Um, it was kind of a good thing to hear, that stuff matters, and it does. By the way, if you get a chance to take a class from Gio Valletta, he's definitely one of my favorites, and I learned a ton of stuff from him. And then I took another class from him, like almost a year later, and these are like small online classes. He totally remembered exactly who I was. And even um, like at one point you're submitting some comics that you've worked on, and I submitted some original comics when I knew a lot of the people in the class didn't even bother. They just did another Batman one. He remembered my character and everything, so it's pretty cool. All right, hold up. If I've messed up this video again, I'm gonna be sad. All right, it's 8-minute video. This is good enough. This is as good as it's gonna get for me. I've screwed up multiple times. Let's do a sound effect. Let's do a Zorch. Something like that. We gotta do the R a little bit better. The C a little bit better. And we kind of gotta halo out everything. So, all right, that's as good as it's gonna be for right now. Zorch. You know what we could do for the lighting this time? Let's do a tones layer. On the tones layer. 30%. This is a fun trick I like to use. We're going to create lighting. And so this time the lighting is coming from above, like maybe there's cave light. So the cave light is kind of coming down at an angle. And there's the rest of the light. I wonder if I did this correctly. Possibly not. Let's try again. That should be... No. Something like that. There's a slight bit of overlap that's being created, and I'm not liking it so much. All right. So in this, we get this sort of spotlight from above, kind of zapping down, and it's creating a triangle. Triangles are really powerful effects to use in your composition. I think when in doubt, go for a triangle. I think I had another YouTube video playing in the background, not realizing it. If that's messed up the sound, I'm just not going to bother with the rest of this today. Oh, you know what? It doesn't look good. I'm looking at it. But you know what I could do? Rather than try and mix the two things, I could just use an eraser line like that. All right, once we got that, this is our 30%. And then over here, we're using some of the tones to our advantage. All right, that's pretty good, and I like this one because it minimizes the interference of the tone on the characters. Still lets us use some tones. Let's use the 10% tone, for example. Let me go find the 10% tone. There it is. And we can even use the 10% tone behind him. So we're creating, oh, the lights are flickering again. We're creating all kinds of mood and shadow. It's very cool. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. All right, before we lose our power again, lose the whole video, please like, follow, and subscribe, and follow me for more comics every day, even when the power goes out.